Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivardhanam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvabhignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada Yenaksarasamamnayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sudrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Vagarthaviva Samprikto Vagarthav Pratipattaye Jagatav Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Namaste, welcome. So we are studying our Asmad and yuṣmad śabdhas. So today we'll finish up with our Asmad and yuṣmad. And we'll continue on to something called Anvadesha, which we'll see. And so that's where we're gonna look at today. We can chant our Asmad and yuṣmad śabdhas together here. So we'll start with Asmad. We'll just do the not the optional forms on the right, just to keep the flow going. Aham avam vayam mam avam asman maya avabhyam asmabhihi mahyam avabhyam asmabhyam mat avabhyam asmat mama avayoho asmakam, then mai avayoho asmasu. And we'll look at yuṣmad śabdha. Tvam yuvam yuyam Tvam yuvam yuṣman Tvaya yuvabhyam yuṣmabhihi Tubhyam yuvabhyam yuṣmabhyam Tvat yuvabhyam yuṣmat Tava yuvayoho yuṣmakam Tvayi yuvayoho yuṣmasu. So we know that there's optional forms in Asmad. So let's look at those. Ma no naha, me no naha, me no naha. And then the optional forms for yuṣmad. Twa vam vaha, te vam vaha, te vam vaha. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this. So we'll look at 5th through 7th case. We looked at 5th and 6th case last time as well. And we'll do some of the exercises that we didn't get to in our last class. So I'm going to switch screens here. You can have the back of your book open. So exercise 34, page 183. Exercise 34, page 183. So we just chanted and we looked at yuṣmad and Asmad śabdha. So when we look at, so 5th through 7th case, right? Twat, yuvabhyam, yuṣmad, tava, te, yuvayoho vam, yuṣmakam vaha. Let's look at the 7th case, and you can repeat after me. Tvai yuvayoho yuṣmasu. Okay, let's say that again. Tvai yuvayoho yuṣmasu. Okay, now say the whole line with me twice. Tvai yuvayoho yuṣmasu. Tvai yuvayoho yuṣmasu. And then Asmad śabdha, let's look at the 7th case. So now instead of tvai, it's mai. So mai avayoho asmasu. Mai avayoho asmasu. Okay, now maybe say one more time by yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep some of those in mind. We're going to look at the back of our book, exercise 34, page 183. We saw some of these. I think we saw up to number 19 in our last class. So we'll start with 20 and we'll go to 24. So you can hold this with the chart on Asmad yuṣmad chart on page 123. You can have both of those together, page 123, so that you can go back and forth. So let's say the sentence together. Number 20. Yuṣmakam pakshaha na upapadyate. Yuṣmakam pakshaha na upapadyate. So here, this is pad dhatu. So upapad, upasarga, pad dhatu 1p. Upa plus pad, when we see this upapad, it means to be tenable. Tenable. So something is, whether something is tenable or not. They'll say upapadyate or na upapadyate. So this comes up a lot in the commentary, in Bhashyam. So Shankaracharya will say, what the other people are saying, what the other people are saying is na upapadyate, is not tenable, does not make much sense, right? It doesn't follow the logic. It doesn't follow Shastra. It doesn't follow Veda Pramana. So na upapadyate, not tenable. So this is lat lakara. Is it kartari or karmani? Karmani. So ya, and we see atmanepada. So upapadyate, na upapadyate. This is not tenable. So what's not tenable? we have to look for a 1-1, right? So we see one word there, pakshaha. So when we see the word paksha, paksha literally means a wing. But we're not talking about the wing being tenable. What we say is purva paksha. A paksha is someone who we're having a conversation with or who we're having a debate with. So purva pakshi is someone who we're debating, but what they argue or what their points are is just called a paksha. So paksha, if we translate it in one word, is viewpoint or your statement, your view. So the viewpoint is not tenable. So this is paksha pratipadika, akaranta pullinga, prathama vibhakti, ekavachanam, and this is kartari or karmani prathama, because this is karmani prayoga to upapadyate. So the viewpoint is not tenable. Or that argument. Now, kasya pakshaha or kesham pakshaha? So yuṣmakam. So so you can do the whole parichaya. You can break it down with me. Okay, what's the pratipadika? You could say it with me. Yuṣmad śabdha. What's the case? Yep, shashti vibhakti. And then 1, 2, or 3, bahu vachanam. So just look at the sixth case. Oops. Tava te yuvayoho vam yuṣmakam vaha. Right? Tava yuvayoho yuṣmakam. So we have shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam. This is sambandhe shashti to pakshaha. So when we say 6 case sambandha, we connect it to another noun, right? Because it's connected to another noun. The sambandha, the relationship is with another noun. So viewpoint is not tenable. Whose viewpoint? Your viewpoint, or the viewpoint of you all. The viewpoint of you all, or y'all's viewpoint. I wish y'all we can actually use that. But the viewpoint of you all, or that argument of you all, is not tenable. Okay? So let's look at number 21. Eshaha vaha margaha. I think this was trying to she's trying to almost quote Purusha Suktam. Eshavav pantha. You see that there, pantha. Instead of pantha, she used marga. So eshaha vaha margaha. Okay. Tingantam padam kim. There's no verb. Okay, so we have to add something. What do we usually add? Bhavati or asti. Bhavati or asti we have to add for the verb. So when we're talking about the verb, right here we don't have a verb. Eshaha vaha margaha, so we're going to add bhavati or asti. Okay. Now we have two words in the first case. We have two words in the first case. We have, yeah, can you see them? Eshaha and Vaha looks like it would be, if you didn't know it was the Pratipadika, you might think it's like Rama, but it's not, right? So Eshaha, and then we know Margaha. Those are our two first case words. So most likely, this is going to be Samanadikaranam. They're going to be pointing to one and the same thing. So they can either be adjective substantive, or they can be, what's it called? Predicate and substantive. So marga, akaranta, punlinga, pratama vibhakti, ekavachanam, kartari pratama tu bhavati, eshaha. What's the pratipadika for eshaha? Etad. Right? Etad pratipadika. Yeah, thanks for bringing on the chat. Etad pratipadika. This is a sarvanama śabdha, or we can say dakaranta, sarvanama śabdha, prathama vibhakti, ekavachanam, kartari. We could say adjective to marga, or we can say predicate. Yeah, so adjective to marga, or we can say this is kartari prathama also to bhavati. So eshaha margaha bhavati. This can be either this, so marga means a path, a pathway, or a journey, right? This pathway. So we can say this pathway is, or we can say this is the pathway. Either one will work in the sentence, this pathway is, or this is the pathway. And oftentimes you get both of those choices in samanadikara. Not always, but sometimes. Let's look at vaha. Vaha, there's multiple places where we see vaha. Can you tell me what's the pratipadika and where do you see it in the chat? What's the pratipadika and which places do you see it? If you can write that in the chat. So some people are adding it there. So yeah, so when we look at yuṣmad śabdha, we see vaha in all three cases, 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, 6. All the even numbers. Yep. So yuṣmad śabdha, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 6, 3. So when we have, so now this is the path. Is it going to be, this is the path? This is the path. So if we put it in the second case, is it the recipient? Is there a recipient? No, it doesn't make sense that you all are the recipient of the path. Or sorry, object, sorry, object. Is this the object of something? No. Right? If we put it in the fourth case, are you all the recipient of something, right? If we say sampradane chaturthi. No, right? There's nothing being, you're not the recipient of anything. So I'm going to rule out fourth case. Now in English, it sounds nice though. This is the path for you. But when we look at what is the vibhakti artha, generally in fourth case, the karaka is sampradane chaturthi, right? So we look at shashti vibhakti. This is the path. We can also say for you there also. This is the path of you. This is your path. Y'all's path. Because it is plural, right? This is the path for you all. This is the path of you all. In English, we use for. For can be in the sense of this possessive quality as well. So I'm going to take yuṣmad śabdha, dakaranta, we can say sarvanama śabdha, or we can say, we can say, sarvanama śabdha. This is yuṣmad, this is shashti vibhakti ekavachanam. This is sambandhe shashti to marga. So this is the path for you, or this is for you all, or this is your path. There's a lot of ways we can play with this. We can say this path is yours. Yeah, you all. It's hard because in English we don't have a bahuvachanam you. So I have to literally say you all, right? So this is the path. This is the path for you all. This is the path. This is your path, or this path is yours, but multiple yours, y'all's, right? So that's why we have a little bit of trouble in English. Let's do one more and then I'll stop for any questions. So if you have any questions, you can definitely start typing them in the chat as well, or just put a question mark. 22, Meda Mai Astu. Mai Medham, Mai Prajam, Mai Agnistejo Dadatu, Mai Medham, Mai Prajam, Mai Indra Indriyam Dadatu, Mai Medham, right? This is where this comes from. Meda Suktam, right? So Meda Mai Astu. There it's Mai Medha, right? There it's Mai Medham. It's a different case, but so Meda Mai Astu. So we have to look at the verb here. So this is astu. Asdatu means to be. And so when we're trying to remember which gana this is in, to be, 2p. To be is 2p. That's so now you'll never forget asdatu. Asdatu, to be, is 2p. Okay, now we see, is it lat lakara or lot lakara? That O gives us a clue of U. Astu, lot lakara. So like almost like this, like bhavatu, it'll have the same meaning of bhavatu. May something be. May something be. So now we're going to look for a 1-1. We see the 1-1. Do we see anyone see the 1-1? So let's check in. What's the 1-1 in this Prathama Vibhakti? Or sorry, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't be 1-1, it has to be first case. It can be 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. But here we know it's astu, so it's going to be 1-1. Yeah. So Mai is Asmad 7th case. So what's the 1-1? Because astu has to go with the first case, and because it's singular, it's going to go with the singular. Okay, we have one winner here. Now we have two winners. Medha. Medha. Medha is like Ganga. It's feminine. We're just a little bit weak with our feminine. I know that, and that's I'll take that blame. But Medha, we need more Medha so we can remember, so we can have more memory power for our feminine. But so Medha is like Ganga. So this is our 1-1. So this is Medha Pratipadika, Akaranta Strilinga, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Kartari Prathama to Astu. So may Medha be. May memory power be. That may comes from that lota lakara. May there's something be. So may Medha be Mai. Mai is Asmad śabdha, right? We saw that. Now look at your chart for a second. Identify Mai. Mai is Mai. It goes in me. So this is Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam. This is Adhikarane Saptami in the sense of location or the sense of, in the sense of location or locus to Astu. So may there be memory power in me. And here the me is my mind. May there be memory power in my mind. Okay. Okay, so let's decline just Medha in the first two cases. Okay, let's start with Ganga. You can repeat after me if you don't have to look at the book. Ready? Ganga, Gange, Gangaha. And then second case, Gangam, Gange, Gangaha. So Ganga, Gange, Gangaha, Gangam, Gange, Gangaha. So now Medha, Medha, Medhe, Medhaha, Medam, Medhe, Medaha. So this is 1-1. Okay, I think there was some questions earlier. So if we look at number 21, Vaha, would it be, this is the path for you all? Would this make it the fourth vibhakti? So yeah, so in English, we often translate Chaturthi vibhakti using the word for. But we have to remember what's the vibhakti artha we want to give? What's the meaning of the vibhakti? So let's say if I take Sampradane Chaturthi. So the word for makes sense, but are you a recipient of anything? I'm not giving you the path, right? Or there's no recipient action there. So that chaturthi vibhakti artha doesn't fit. So that's why we took shashti vibhakti, but shashti vibhakti, you can also use the word for. We see that it's not for as in the for is the recipient, it's more in the sense of possession or of. So there's a question about number 18. I got in a private chat. Mokshaha me bhuyat. This is from Tattvabodha. In Tattvabodha, they define mumukshutvam, desire for moksha, and they say moksho me bhuyat. May there be moksha for me. Bhuyat is a different type of verb. We haven't seen that. Bhuyat is something in Ashirling. So we haven't quite looked at that yet. It has almost a similar sense of like lot lakara, but you see the declensions like here, bhuyat, bhuyastam, bhuyasuhu, bhuyaha. You see this a lot though, bhuyat. Ashirling. And a funny thing is us declines in the same manner as bhu in Ashirling. So even if I us dhatu in third one, it'll still be bhuyat. They decline exactly the same, even though the dhatus are different. So it's a bit funny, right? Us dhatu also declines bhuyat, bhuyastam, bhuyasu. So it should be bhuyat because it's still third one, right? And it's referring to the moksha, which is 1-1. So may there be moksha for me. Okay, so time is slipping by. We haven't got to Anvadesha. We'll have to see that in our next class. We'll look quickly at 24. We'll skip 23 just for time's sake. Tvat anyaha mama priyaha na asti. So this is a little longer of a sentence. So I'm going to speak a little bit faster just for the sake of time. So we pick up our verb asti, astatu, to be, which is 2p, lat lakara, kartri prayoga, pratama purusha, ekavachanam. So this kind of, you should be able to do this type of parsing in your head. Yeah? Okay, so na asti is not there or is not. What is not? Priyaha. So priyaha. So priya is priya pratipadika akaranta punlinga, meaning love or attraction. So love. So priya is not there. So that love or that attraction is not there. So this is pratama vibhakti ekavachanam to asti. Kartari pratama to asti. So love is not there. Love for what? Mama. Or love for who, from who? Or of who? Mama. So Asmad śabdha, shashti vibhakti, ekavachanam, this is sambandhe shashti to priya. So my love is not there. My love is not there. Tvat anyaha. This is a particular usage. So we know So if you can able to identify twat will be in our fifth case. And the reason it's 5-1 is because any word connected to anya governs the fifth case. So it's not that it's apadane panchami. This is because of the word anya. So anya is also, so let's look at twat. Twat is yuṣmad śabdha, panchami vibhakti ekavachanam. This is a non-karaka vibhakti due to, in its fifth case, due to anyaha. Anyaha is 1-1. It does mean other. And we can say this is, so prathama vibhakti ekavachanam, we can say kartari prathama to asti. That's fine. So my love is not there other than you. Other than you, my love is not there. Anyaha, other, twat, than you, mamaha, mama priyaha na asti. My love is not there. Okay? So with that, we'll finish with our shanti. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om.